Welcome to Sports Love Media on YouTube. It's your guy Sports Love with a sports update for today, April 20th, 2025. Jacksonville State University women's bowling team competed in the Intercollegiate Championships by winning the team championship in the event hosted by the United States Bowling Congress, or USBC. This event took place at South Point Bowling Plaza in Las Vegas, Nevada, April 17th through 19th of 2025. To top off the event, freshman Erin Clemensek won the Intercollegiate Singles Championship, so give them a team championship along with an individual title. Sophomore Danielle Henderson was named tournament MVP. In college baseball news, Wallace State College played 4 games versus Calhoun between April 17th through 19th of 2025. Wallace State baseball went 1 win, 3 losses with the following results: won 11-3, lost 13-5, lost 3-1, lost 6-5. In collegiate softball news, Wallace State College played 4 games versus Calhoun between April 17th through 19th of 2025 and won all 4 of them: 6-1, 8-3, 13-4, and 3-2. In high school Alabama baseball playoffs for the Alabama High School Athletic Association, Round 1 is complete for Class 1A through 6A. Round 1 for Class 7A is set to begin in a few days. All games are best of 3 games to determine who moves forward. The results I'm sharing will be based out of 3 games, who won 2 out of 3 games, and who will be advancing and playing. So we will go over what the results were in the games that I have information for, and we'll go over second round for Class 1A through 6A based off of what I have and any other information that I may have regarding Class 7A. In Class 1A, South Lamar 2, Galesville 0, Athens Bible 2, Eider 0, Hackleburg 2, Shoals Christian 0, Appalachian 2, Berry 0, Hubbardville versus Coosa Christian, no report. Addison 2, Skyline 0, Pickard Academy 2, Spring Garden 0. In round 2, it will be Addison versus Pickens Academy, Lynn versus the winner of Hubbardville versus Coosa Christian, Hackleburg versus Appalachian, South Lamar versus Athens Bible. In Class 2A, Vincent 2, West End 0, Radburn 2, Central Haynesville 0, Reeltown 2, Isabella 0, North Sand Mountain 2, Belgreen 0, Lindsay Lane Christian Academy 2, Pleasant Valley 0, Summerton Christian 2, Lamar County 0, Red Bay versus Cold Springs, no report. G.W. Long versus Washington County, no report. Decatur Heritage Christian versus Cedar Bluff, no report. Mars Hill Bible 2, Pisgah 0, Westminster School at Oak Mountain 2, Southeastern 0, Bayshore Christian versus Oriton, no report. Tuscaloosa Academy 2, Lochapoka 0, Horseshoe Bend 2, Highland Home 0, Cottonwood 2, Zion Chapel 0, Pike Liberal Arts versus Geneva County, no report. In round 2, it will be Vincent versus North Sand Mountain, Lindsay Lane Christian Academy versus Summerton Christian, 1 game that has yet to be determined. Mars Hill Bible versus Westminster School at Oak Mountain, Tuscaloosa Academy versus unknown, Horseshoe Bend versus unknown, Cottonwood versus Radburn, Reeltown versus unknown. And when I say unknown, it means that there are several reasons. One, they have not determined who is actually playing, or it's possible they could be moving games because of other reasons administratively, which I do not know at this time. In Class 3A, Thomasville 2, Cottage Hill Christian Academy 0, Glenwood 2, Hale County 0, St. James 2, Altamont 0, Providence Christian 2, Hillcrest Evergreen 0, Wicksburg 2, Excel 0, Prattville Christian 2, Childersburg 0, Thorsby versus Lee Scott Academy, no report. Flammation 2, Southside Selma 0, Vinemont 2, Randolph County 1, Phil Campbell versus Elkmont. Lauderdale County versus Fife. Winfield versus Glencoe. Piedmont versus Gordo. Collinsville versus Rogers. Whitesburg Christian versus Colbert County. Walter Wellborn versus J.B. Pennington, all with no report on how they turned out. In the second round, it will be Whitesburg Christian versus to be determined. Collinsville versus Gordo. Winfield versus Lauderdale County. Phil Campbell versus to be determined. Flammation versus to be determined. Prattville Christian versus Wicksburg. Providence Christian versus St. James. Glenwood versus Thomasville. In Class 4A, Cordova 2, Cherokee County 0. Central Florence 2, Randolph School 0. West Morgan versus New Hope, no report. Etowah 2, Fayette County 0. Haleyville versus Hoax Bluff, no report. Madison County 2, Good Hope 0. Deschler 2, West Limestone 0. Alexandria 2, Dora 0. Satsuma 2, New Blockton 0. Oak Grove 2, West Blockton 0. Trinity Presbyterian 2, Hanley 0. Geneva versus Jackson, no report. W.S. Neal 2, Houston Academy 0. Tallahassee 2, Munford 0. Bibb County 2, Pleasant Grove 0. Opp 2, Bayside Academy 1. For round 2, it's going to be Bibb County versus Opp. W.S. Neal versus Tallahassee. Trinity Presbyterian versus to be determined. Satsuma versus Oak Grove. Deschler versus Alexandria. Madison Academy versus to be determined. Etowah versus to be determined. Cordova versus Central Florence. In Class 5A, you have American Christian Academy 2, Corner 0. Russellville 2, Arab 0. Boaz versus Scottsboro, no report. Jacksonville versus John Carroll Catholic. Leeds versus Moody. Madison Academy versus Douglas, no report on each of those. Lawrence County 2, Fairview 0. Springville versus Northside, no report. Alberta 2, Eufaula 0. Demopolis 2, Beauregard 0. Marbury 2, Shelby County 0. Andalusia versus Faith Academy, no report. St. Paul's Episcopal 2, Charles Henderson 0. Briarwood Christian 2, Holtville 0. Elmore County 2, Jemison 0. Headland versus UMS Wright Prep with no report. In round 2, it's going to be Elmore County versus to be determined. St. Paul's Episcopal versus Briarwood Christian. Marbury versus to be determined. Alberta versus Demopolis. Lawrence County versus to be determined. And there are 2 other games not listed that will go on that also are to be determined. You have American Christian Academy versus Russellville. In Class 6A, Homewood 2, Clay Chalkville 0. Hartselle 2, Southside 1. Coleman versus Hazel Green, no report. Pell City 2, Huffman 0. Mountain Brook 2, Oxford 0. Buckhorn 2, Mortimer Jordan 0. Fort Payne 2, Muscle Shoals 0. Gardendale 2, Minor 0. Saraland 2, Wetumpka 0. Chelsea 2, Brookwood 0. Calera 2, Macadori 0. Gulf Shores 2, Pike Road 0. Spanish Fort 2, Rehoboth 0. Hueytown 2, Benjamin Russell 0. Northridge versus Helena, no report. Stanhope Elmore versus Theodore, no report. In round 2, 1 game to be determined that is listed there. There will be a game, we just don't know who it's going to be yet. You have Spanish Fort versus Hueytown, Calera versus Gulf Shores, Saraland versus Chelsea, Fort Payne versus Gardendale, Mountain Brook versus Buckhorn, Pell City versus to be determined, Homewood versus Hartselle. Class 7A, Round 1 playoffs will be April 25th through 26th. There will be 8 games that will be played in the first round for 7A, and it is not yet determined on who will be playing in those 8 games. Playoffs will also be starting soon for girls and boys soccer, softball, and tennis. Track and field will have their state meet within a couple of weeks with 1A through 3A at Coleman High School in Coleman, Alabama. 4A through 7A will be Gulf Shores, Alabama at Gulf Shores Municipal City Track. Moving on to women's gymnastics. We did a few weeks ago a women's NCAA gymnastics championship bracket where we made picks on who we thought was going to win each of the matches and stuff. And the national champion is Oklahoma, which we did not pick to get there. There were 33 total games and or matches that took place. And of those 33 games, we had 18 games right and 15 wrong within those picks. Just an announcement. We will be resuming the Major League Baseball live streams that we do weekly. That will be resumed on Tuesday of this weekend. We were going to do them on Mondays of the week, but now we're going to be doing them Tuesdays instead of on Mondays, just to make sure there's some not any last minute changes. Also, there will be other live streams that we will be doing as time goes on, and those will be announced as they come up. So thank you for taking the time to hear this sports update on Sports Live Media on YouTube. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell so you can be made aware when I'm doing the sports updates, when I have sports action videos, when I have sports education videos, when I broadcast live, or when I have breaking news in the sports world. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great day.